from Florida, Mr. DeSantis, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ms. Richards, if a child survives an abortion attempt, should it be given nourishment and medical care?
I've never heard of such a circumstance happening.
Really?
Yes. I mean,
So if it did happen, you would say...
Well, I can say at Planned Parenthood, I'm aware of no instance where we don't provide abortions after viability. So, but certainly it's in my experience at Planned Parenthood, we haven't ever had that kind of circumstance.
But you would say that there would be medical care would be in order at that point? Forget about Planned Parenthood, just generally.
Well, I'd say, I mean, again, I want to be responsible for Parenthood and what we do there. Certainly in this situation, which again has never occurred that I know of a baby born, that baby should, as the mother should, get appropriate medical care from the physician.
Now, have you watched all the videos released by the Center for Medical Progress?
I haven't watched the multi-hour edited videos, but I have read all of the written transcripts.
So the ones that are on YouTube, you haven't watched those? I know there have been a series.
Well, there have been like hours and hours and hours, so I haven't. I mean, I did read through all the, I've watched many of the videos, and I've read through all the transcripts that have been provided. Again, I would say it's important that my position is I would like to see all of the videos that are not edited, and those haven't been provided.
What about, there's one specific one that there was a technician, Holly O'Donnell, she was describing harvesting the brain of a late-term boy. She said she wasn't sure if the baby was alive since his heart was still beating, and then she harvested the brain by cutting his head open, starting with the chin. Do you recall that?
That woman does not work for Planned Parenthood, so I can't really speak to anything that she said. I'm not responsible for her.
Do you deny that her description of what happened is something that does occur in Planned Parenthood clinics?
Absolutely. I've never,
affiliates?
There's nothing that she's ever described that I could attest to has ever happened. So
you can categorically testify to that then?
Categorically testify to what? Because I would be very careful what you're asking.
What she described.
Well, I don't remember that particular video of Holly O'Donnell, but I will tell you she has never worked at Planned Parenthood.
Yes, and she was a technician for STEM Express, but I think it was something that was very, very troubling to sit there and read that, or to sit there and watch that video. But let me ask you this. Do you admit that Planned Parenthood or its affiliates harvests and sells fetal body parts for profit?
We are very clear at Planned Parenthood. We have a very clear policy on fetal tissue donation. It's done with the full consent of the patient. And as I said earlier in my statements, it is only currently done in fewer than 1% of Planned Parenthood health centers.
But no profit.
There one affiliate in Washington State that does not receive any reimbursement for their costs, and there's only one other one which is in California, and they have assured us that whatever reimbursement they receive, it is less than what the costs are for providing fetal tissue to that organization.
If that's the case, then the video with Dr. Gutter negotiating over the price of the parts, if there's no profit being made, then why would you be negotiating over how much the parts are going to be sold for?
Well, with respect, I completely disagree with your characterization of that, and that is why I read all of the transcripts, the full, not these edited, sensationalized videos. And what I read, because we take this very seriously, I read over and over again. I just disagree with your characterization.
And that's fine, and people can judge for what it is. Let me ask you this. Do you deny that Planned Parenthood and or its affiliates will alter abortion procedures in order to better harvest fetal body parts?
We have a very clear policy, which I'm happy to read to you, about how we allow patients to make fetal tissue donations. Would you like me to? So
since the release of the videos, have you or the Planned Parenthood Federation issued any updated guidance to the companies to whom you provide fetal tissue regarding the sale of fetal body parts for profit and or the manipulation of abortion procedures?
Well, there's no guess I disagree with your formulation. We allow
Let's put
women
it this way.
voluntarily.
Have you issued any new guidance within the past 3 months?
No, although as I said in my letter to Congress, I've asked our chief medical officer and our medical team to review all the work we do, and again, it's very limited in fetal tissue donation, to ensure that if there are any things that we could be doing better, we would like to do that.
My time's expired.
Thank the gentleman.